evening, everybody. Welcome to another Comedy Doctors. Happy Monday night. We're back with another show where you send us your gripes, your problems, and we give you horrible, terribly funny advice. I'm your host, Frank Licari. Thanks for joining us again. We have an incredible show tonight, but we need your help. So if you got problems, which we all do, Lord knows right now, send us your problems. Put them in the comment sections on YouTube or Facebook. We will read them. You'll help us out. We'll take your problems. We're going to make some funny out of them. Very excited. I've got some really great comics on with me tonight. But before I introduce them, we've got to say thanks to the sponsors because without them, we wouldn't have a show. So let's do that.
The Big Apple Shopping Bazaar Jewelry Exchange and Salon and Spa Suites. Located off Atlantic Avenue in beautiful Delray Beach, Florida, this unique mini mall will transport you to the streets of New York City for a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. The Big Apple Shopping Bazaar provides shoppers with over 65 one-of-a-kind specialty boutiques with amazing items at fantastic prices. For more information, go to BigAppleShoppingBazaar.com.
Oh, the Big Apple Shopping Bazaar, transporting you to the streets of New York. Looks just like it. So if you can't make it up here, just hit that shopping bazaar and you'll be transported. Thank you so much, Big Apple. Let's introduce our guests. Let's start with this guy. You have seen him on The Late Show with David Letterman. Never mind the Buzzcocks. He's in the movie 30 Years to Life. He's in Comedy Central Presents. Please welcome the handsome and talented Eddie Brill, everybody.
Pshaw.
What is happening, Eddie?
Hey, everything's good. I'm in New York here, and it looks just like that commercial we just saw.
Doesn't it?
Right out
You
there.
almost don't even need to be there, Eddie.
You're right, exactly. So, just right out my window. No, it's great to be here and great to be, doing some kind of fun comedy thing with friends.
Anything is great right now. Anything but sitting around alone, cooped up in your house is great. Well, very excited to have you, Eddie. Let's meet our next guest. You've seen him on Last Comic Standing, Gothic Comedy Live, Comics Unleashed in the movie with Amy Schumer, I Feel Pretty. Kyle Grooms is with us. What's up? How are you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm great. The promo picture you put up of me confused me because it showed Byron Allen, and I thought maybe.
Look, hey, come on, man. Let the audience decide who it is. It's great to have you, man. It's great to have you.
It's good to be.
And let's bring in our third guest. You have seen her in Reno 911, Laugh After Dark. You've seen her on Laugh Tonight with Damon Williams. iCarly, please welcome Irina Voronina. How about that pronunciation? You like that?
I love that. Are you sure you're not Russian?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, are you sure you're not a Russian spy?
I could be that. Because
you kind of nailed the pronunciation. Wow.
Irina, I am a linguist.
I see that.
I'm adept at so many languages. I'm a chameleon, Irina. And wow. You are either dressed like a nurse or the Pope. Which one is it? You tell me.
I think I just wanted to tell everyone that I take comedy and science very seriously. And people are more likely to take my advice if I look professional.
I like how you pursed your eyes when you said serious, because that's a TV trick, isn't it? That's just like a little, because you don't take people serious unless they do that. Very nice.
Right.
So guys, before we start, since COVID, right, it's a very serious time in our country, but there's also a lot of humor out there, and that's what we're paid to do, right, to find the humor. What's the funniest thing that you've either observed or that's happened to you during this COVID time? I'm going to start with you, Eddie.
It's interesting. Well, the serious part of it is that when times are tough, and in New York, we know what it's like. People get stronger and they get through it. And, a comedian once, I heard him say that after the pandemic in 1918, it was the roaring 20s, so we'll be roaring. And for me, I've been really just cooking at home and eating so much. I said, before the pandemic, I was at the height of fashion, and now I'm at the width.
Listen, man, you got to do what you got to do to get through, man. I've been eating too. It's all you got. You're at home. You might as well enjoy. Irina, I'm gonna do that all show, just so you know. What? Give me the funny. What's happened? What have you noticed?
Gosh, that one day, circa March 18th, when I walked into Whole Foods and the shelves were completely empty, I was like, holy shit, that's a deja vu. Like, I felt like I was reliving 1990s USSR all over again.
Oh, it took you back to Russia.
Yes.
Wow.
Because it was, the same. There was a shortage of food. There were lines of people. There were like even riots and all this kind of stuff. So
Right.
I was like, well, you guys, this is your first time. I understand, but I'm kind of an expert at this. Like, I know how to storm a supermarket, I know how to have unlimited supplies of toilet paper. So I'm good.
So you're prepared for these types of events because of the way you grew up. I mean, you can hack, right? You're a hacker, right?
Absolutely.
You can hack. Yeah, you got all that down. Well, it's tough right now because, right, Eddie, you're in New York, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just 20 minutes outside, and things are shutting down, and it's kind of a little bit more barren than it was. And out in LA, on top of everything, they've got the fires, and then you got Kyle, who just lives in Miami.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Where all you have is racism and small-mindedness.
That's right. Yeah.
Sunburn and people who don't wear masks.
Right. So have you been able to find the funny in all this, Kyle, down there?
Yeah, I just think it's weird now that you walk in a bank and they make you put on a mask. It's like if you go to the bank without a mask, you look suspicious.
Right.
Like what a bank robber's gonna wear now? Their regular face.
But you have to admit this has really helped ugly people, hasn't it? Like,
yeah, it's bad breath people. It's just changed the world for
right.
The breast they team.
So much easier to date now. You could hide so much.
Yeah.
All right. Let's what do we say we help some people? You guys want to help some people?
Sounds
Yes.
good.
Let's see what we got. Let's put our first do we have a first comment up here? Let's see. I was lucky enough, let me move this over here. I was lucky enough to keep my job during the pandemic hit. One of my closest friends wasn't so lucky. He was already in the middle of a divorce, so I'm worried about him. I allowed him to move in with my wife and I until he got back on his feet. Unfortunately, he's driving my wife crazy. The TV's too loud, inviting friends over without asking, etc. She says she feels like she's raising a rebellious teenager and wants him out. What would you do if you were me? Cooper, oh, look at that. He's from Boca. Right up the street from you there, Kyle. All right. So helping out a friend, trying to be nice. Now the friend is in the house and the wife wants him gone. Because it's a Florida guy, Kyle, I'll start with you. Give me what's your advice for poor Cooper in Boca? Besides, get out of Boca.
Yeah, I think it's time to divorce your friend, man. It's time to make kick rocks. It's 2020. Everybody's struggling. We got everybody got to hold their own, like the Archie Bunker theme song. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
Show my age. Oh wait. Yeah.
So you're basically saying, throw him out, fend for yourself, buddy.
He grown, man. You don't get sympathy after 22.
That's right. So there you go, Cooper. Kyle's telling you you're a grown ass man. Get yourself together, my boy. All right, I like that one. Irina, what do you think about this?
I'm gonna go with continuation of that theme of get your shit together, man. Because friends, they kind of come and go, but wife should be the constant in your life.
Oh yeah.
So you really don't want to piss the wife off. Besides, I don't know the situation, but as a doctor, I kind of need to see the whole picture. And
Right.
I wonder if that friend is actually actively looking for work, if he's just comfortable on
Good
someone
point.
else's couch,
Oh
looking at
man.
someone else's wife, eating someone else's food, waiting for unemployment to run out. So, there's pros and cons, but I'd say, hey, dude, it's been 6 months. Like, time's up.
Wow. Dr. Voronina is telling you that we need proof. We want proof that you're out looking for a gig. We want to make sure you're not eyeing the friend's wife. We want to make sure you're not being a freeloader and taking advantage of it. Very good diagnoses, but you still need to see the big picture to give a full and complete diagnosis. I appreciate
because we don't know. He can have some kind of terrible pre-existing conditions. We can't just make judgment.
It's called being a loser, I think, right? That's not what that precondition is called.
Yeah, get rid of the bum.
Get him some camping.
If you're an asshole, there's no drug for that. Just get out. Kick him out on the street. Well, he's already getting divorced, so already, people hate him, and so now he's putting his bad juju on your family.
Right?
Out.
Yeah. You've already got a bad Yelp review from his ex-wife, right? That's not a good start. He's already got a bad review. That's not good. All right. So Cooper, what can I tell you, man? Consensus is you're a loser and you need to get your life together. Come on, man. Everybody's got problems. Don't put them on somebody else. I think that's what we're saying here.
He's
right, Kyle?
Go for a long camping trip.
But Kyle, would you agree that a lot of those people moved to Florida? Are you from Florida originally, Kyle?
No, I'm not. I'm one of the people that moved to Florida.
Did you move to Florida in good circumstances or in bad circumstances?
Yeah, they were great circumstances. Yeah. College, so yeah.
Okay.
Well, Fort Lauderdale, that was like the 13th grade, but we just had art school.
Yeah. And you stayed, and you decided to stay.
Yeah, it's it's nice that I'm from Brooklyn, so when our parents got divorced, it was like my mom said, "We're going to Florida." It was let's go to the beach, and it was 7th grade for me, and it was very different than New York. It took me a while to calm down. I'd probably but it was. I'll never forget when we first got there. We're from Brooklyn. My mom had never been down to that area, and she runs into my room to check out the house. She goes, "Alligator! Alligator!" It was a salamander. She had never seen one of those before, but she thought it was an alligator in her house.
Yeah, there's a lot of little creepy crawlies down there. Yeah, for sure. You can
the palmetto bug, so that works out.
They do. That's a good. Look at you giving. Look at this. Who knew? You were just getting comedy here. We're getting botany. You're getting geology. I mean, this is amazing. What we're getting. This is great.
Very informational.
Wow. All right. Good job, guys. Doctors. Very nice. Wow. This is a good team. I like this. Let's help somebody else. What else we got? Oh man, what a start to this question. Why are people so damn stupid? I'm working a store part-time to help pay my way through college. Every shift without fail, some moron will come in and ask how much something is. There's a damn sign in the front that says everything's $1. Seriously. How can I block out how stupid people are? Kayla, Atlanta, GA, works at the dollar store, and people are coming in not realizing it's a dollar store. I'll start with you, Irina. What do you say?
Here's the thing. We have a dollar store here in California, and which I frequent a lot in the current state of economy. And look, not everything in a dollar store is $1. And I learned it a hard way. One time I filled up like the entire basket full of succulents. They looked like they were 99 cents. They didn't say anything. When I got to checkout counter, they were $3 a piece.
So they lied to you. It's a dollar store, but it's in multiples of $1.
Yes. Not everything is $1 at the dollar store, and they don't necessarily make it they're not very upfront about it. I feel like they just want to trick me. Like I came to buy everything for $1, and then I walk in there, and after I loaded the whole cart, everything started to be $3.
And did you say you loaded your cart with succulents? Is that what you said?
Yes.
What? Explain this. Is that a plant? Is that a flower?
When I don't help people, on television, I plant succulent garden.
Oh, you plant a succulent garden?
Yes, because growing up in Russia, we didn't have succulents, and succulents, palm trees fascinate me.
Right.
I love succulents. They're so much better than people.
I just like hearing you say it, and I should tell you that when I hear the word succulent, I definitely don't think of Russia. You're absolutely right.
Right, because they never have those long lines of people in Russia waiting for succulents. They're
right.
Bread and
I don't know what they are waiting for. There may be a little language barrier situation there. So.
So Kayla, Irina says she's with you. She's with you. You don't always know what the prices are at the dollar store. Eddie, what do you say to that?
Well, when I went to a dollar store once, and it was called a dollar end up. That was the name, but everything was end up. There was no, not everything. Like there was a lamp. I went, "Is this $1?" No, that's $7.99. They go, "But it's the dollar and up." You go, "Yeah, this is the up."
That's the up part. Yeah, they covered their ass on that one.
So I said, "Do you sell dollars?" That would be great. A dollar store, they sell dollars. Like, how much is $1? Well, it'll be 75 cents. Well, I'll take $20.
Oh man. Okay. So Kyle, what are you thinking? They got dollar stores down in Miami, right?
Yeah, they do, man. And once security followed me around the dollar store, and I was highly offended. I'm like, come on, man.
you gotta be a really cheap crook, right? Like
so Gucci or something, Prada.
Right.
Store getting followed, man. Come on, man.
Did you? How bad of a crook do you have to be to pick the dollar store? If you're gonna do it and get caught, you might as well pick something a little bit.
How broke does he think I am that I need from a dollar store? Man.
Oh, that is fantastic, man. That's fantastic. All right, Kayla. So I guess we're with you on this one, Kayla. We don't really have a solution. We just I think we're all saying, like, maybe don't shop at the dollar store because it's really not worth it. You might as well shop at anywhere else because the prices aren't $1. Are we all on the same page there?
Did they have stores called anywhere else? That would be smart.
I think they do.
Yeah.
I think it's called
anywhere else.
It's called Walmart. I think it's called Walmart in America.
Do they sell walls there, or is it Walmart?
No, it's Walmart. It's Walmart.
We have a store in Miami called 5 and Under. At least they're honest. So it's like 5 and under.
Okay, that's good. I like that. See, I think that's a good concept. At least you know your ceiling.
Yep.
It's not a dollar store. It's the dollar. So it could be $5, $10, $20.
Right. As long as it has a dollar in the price.
More precise, yes.
Yeah, and if you're being followed, at least it's for $5, not for $1.
Right. It's a good point. It's a very good point.
And it because it stopped me from stealing what I came there to take.
This is good stuff, man. All right, let's see what else we got. Who else? We got anybody else coming in? Let's see. Okay. Oh, wow. Can I sue the world? I demand a refund on 2020. Everything is just awful right now. Pandemic, politics, even the new Fast and Furious movie got postponed. Just awful. 2021 can't come soon enough. Denny from Denver, Colorado. Wow. If you're equating the new Fast and Furious movie with something that would be a good thing, we need to talk about Denny a little bit. But let's talk, Kyle. What do you say to that? Can we sue the world? I don't know if this is a problem, but I guess we're griping just about this year, right? It's been hellacious.
As a person who survived brain surgery in 2019, I've been having a fantastic year.
Yeah, right.
I don't care if the forest burned, I care, but I'm just happy to be here to witness it. I'm waiting for the Martians to land. I want to be able to see it. So enjoy life, man. Be grateful.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. Not enough of that going around, Kyle. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Smoke more weed. I'm sorry.
Very good, man. I'm with you on that one. Irina, what do you say?
Very interesting to me. When I came to America, I learned that this is the only country where you can sue anything and anyone pretty much.
Right.
Like, it's incredible how much comfort Americans find into suing someone because, you know, someone has to be held responsible for all this shit, you know?
Right.
I think the problem here is that little do people know about lawsuits, that most of them don't result in anything. You just waste your time and money and you actually never get a settlement or anything, or maybe like $2 from Google for selling your information to, I don't know, somebody.
Yeah.
So I would just say enjoy what you can, but I like the idea of suing in a way. Like, I always wanted to sue my ex-boyfriends
Sure.
because they ruined my life, you know. I mean, can we maybe
Would you have gotten anything if you sued your ex-boyfriends? Were they well-to-do? Were they?
No, I think my no.
Yeah.
They ruined my life pretty much because they were broke and, you know.
Right.
unfaithful.
Yes, but
And,
they can only give you stuff from the dollar store.
That's right. Yes. They're the ones getting followed at the dollar store.
So I don't think I would get anywhere with that. But, you know,
No.
it's a comfort into relaying, let's say, Christmases with your family and, you know, times I had to make dinner into some kind of monetary compensation, even if I would never,
Wow.
get it, you know, it's really, yeah.
You want to sue your ex-boyfriends because you had to make dinner?
No, well, I had to, you know, somebody had to make dinner, for Christ's sake.
Are you a good cook, or was the meal punishment enough? Are you a good cook?
What do you think she's wearing the nurse's outfit after she
Okay.
has dinner? She has to bring them back to life.
Oh, you can eat buffet.
Eddie, what do you say to this one? I mean,
I used to go out with a girl named Sue, and Sue the World. She was an Italian girl
is
from
that
the
right?
area, and Sue the World, and I thought she was great. So I'm okay with Sue the World. You know, talk bad about her all you want. She was the greatest. Sue the World. She was amazing. No, I think that, you know, look, life sucks, but you got to find the joy in the hell. You know, you got to find the silver lining. You know, unless you are allergic to silver, then you stay
Right.
away from that stuff.
Definitely.
But no, you just got to make the best of it. Though it sucks right now, but you know, it sucks a lot worse for other people. So I say, relax, hang out, and then next year, hopefully, your Fast and Furious will be slow and comfortable.
Yeah, we can only hope that Fast and Furious comes out soon. That's going to save the world.
Oh yeah,
I
want the James Bond movie to come out. And they're
Yeah,
waiting
that's
out till next year.
the thing is, right, when times like this have happened in our world, there's always, I mean, you talk about the silver lining, there's always a storm, right? And the sun comes out, always, right? So we got to kind of look past what's going on right now a little bit and just use a little bit of the gratitude that Kyle was talking about, maybe a little hope for the future, right?
And then when it's great again, we'll be like, oh my God, you know, look how incredible, and you appreciate it. And I think we'll all be stronger and more aware. And, you know, we'll have some scars, but we'll be okay. I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah, it's been doom and gloomy for sure. I mean, they wrote, I'm sure you saw, Eddie, there in the paper that New York is dead and all these things around the country, but I don't know. I think we're more resilient.
So right out my window right now, it's not dead at all. There's people out there. They're laughing. They're having a good time. They're not going to you know.
Yeah. I think we're a resilient bunch. We'll be okay.
I think it's
So,
nice to say I survived 2020 pandemic, you know?
Absolutely.
Like, even in 20 years from now, like, I lived through 2020, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
any other
No joke.
obstacles in life are completely diminished.
Right. And as Irina told you, I mean, this is normal life in Russia. So,
Right.
Pretty much.
Right. So, I mean, you know, if they can do it, we can do it, I would think. Right. We're pretty strong.
Yeah. Look at what Ukraine has to go through because of the Russians. So,
That's
you know,
right.
we have it a lot better.
And Belarusia.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. That's right. That's
He's
right.
one of my favorite actors too.
I think we're gonna get hacked in the middle of this Zoom call here. This this show.
You
Why?
guys
Because
see
my
it?
jokes are hack.
Never listen.
Yeah.
KGB is listening. FBI is listening.
Yeah.
Is listening.
Okay, moving on. What else we got? Who we got? Any more problems? Wow, these are like novels. When did Facebook turn into the mob? I have a business page where I promote my makeup services. I post tutorials often to showcase my skills. I have over 30,000 people following my page. But when I post something, it says I've reached less than 200 people total. Then they say, if you want X amount of people to see your post, you must pay us X amount of dollars. How can we stop the Zuckerberg mafia from screwing small business owners like this? Jasmine in LA, makeup artist, trying to promote her business, only gets 200 people. I'm starting with you. Don't worry, Dr. Voronina. Since you're LA based, what do you say to Jasmine?
Hi, Jasmine. So not only I'm a doctor and a comedian and, a succulent lover, I'm also a social media expert. So here's my only advice. The only social media medium that is not currently controlled by anything and that doesn't suck money out of you is TikTok.
Wow.
So if you want unlimited reach, you have to jump on the train, girl, and start making TikTok videos because the opportunities are endless. And if you want a little, extra gravy on your turkey.
And who doesn't?
You can make content for Instagram Reels too, because Mark Zuckerberg fixed Instagram Reels for that reason. Because when it first came out, all TikTokers were like, what is that? There's no reach. Like nothing's going viral. So he fixed that. Now you can post on Reels videos between 15 and 30 seconds. And it actually started allowing them to go viral. So these are the platforms you should be putting your eggs in. And Facebook is just like, maintain it, as an old friend. Stay present, or even better, just put your TikToks and e.g. Reel videos on Facebook. But yeah, no, Facebook has sold their soul a long time ago. There's no free for all anymore. They just want every dollar.
That little asshole Zuckerberger, that guy. What did Zuckerberger? I mean, that guy. I just love that we added an to the back of that name. That's fantastic.
Zuckerberger.
Zuckerberger. No, it's great. I loved it.
That's the Russian version.
That's the Russian version. Yeah.
When his parents got off the boat, his grandparents, great, and then they were like, "It's too long. Nobody can pronounce in America. It's gonna be Zuckerberg."
This is a very convincing Russian accent you have, Irina.
Thank you. I'm also a linguist. So.
Oh, yes, very nice, very nice. TikTok though, isn't somebody going to be buying? What's the whole thing going on with that? Didn't Trump try to shut it down? And who's buying it? Right? What's happening? Do we know this, Kyle? We know what's happening with this.
Well, I think American company is purchasing it to take it over from China because China's been bootlegging American products for years, so now it's a little bit of payback. And as far as the situation she has with her business on Facebook, Facebook is like Catholic school, you know what I mean? And TikTok is cute. But if she wanted where the real money at, and I've actually been studying this and reading up, a fans only page, OnlyFans page is actually the way to go. Black China, they said she makes $25 million a week on OnlyFans. So if you want your makeup to get rocking and want to show maybe a little skin, you have
to invest a lot of dildos if you want to be on
that.
How does why does the makeup artist have to show skin? How did we get there?
Oh no, but I mean, or whoever you making up, just make sure it's make sure it's something that make people want to pay a little money. Yeah, I'm sure you makeup artists, you probably either find or know a lot of fine people who would do well for a fans only page or OnlyFans. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm saying it right.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, that rings a bell. That rings a bell. The fans only page. Very good. So this is actually technically great advice, guys. Not what people are expecting. They think that we're just some dumb comics here, but you guys have actually You guys got some really
We're
concrete
both
advice.
dumb and also logical.
Also, I want to add that Bella Thorne, she made over $1 million in one day with a fans only page. So that would be a good option for you if you want to, I don't know how you are as a makeup artist, but maybe you want to put makeup on a little bit of risque part or something. Get your own fans on.
Powder a little, powder some chests. Is that what we're? Yeah.
I'm sure you get creative. I know this. I'm sure. Use your imagination.
Sure. I am using my imagination. I'm going back to the succulent doctor, and I'm going. I mean, it's all these things are popping.
Spitting. Kyle, do you have my OnlyFans if you're advocating for it?
OnlyFans, no, I'm a happily married man. No, I don't. I'm only fan of my wife.
Nice. Very, very good answer. Nice job. Nice job. She's in the room, isn't she?
Oh, yeah, she's right in the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah. Eddie, what do you think about this?
These companies like Facebook, it's like the five families, from and everyone's gonna try to succulent all the money out of your pocket. That's what's gonna happen. So you got to be careful. You got to just step around them. But there's somebody waiting at the OnlyFans page with a like a big machete going, hey, I need some of that money you're making over there at OnlyFans. Eventually that'll happen. So you got to dance around and find the places that you can do. If you're good at what you do, you're going to make a lot of money at it, and just stay away from those, bad people, those suckers.
Yeah. Because eventually, right, no matter all these free services that we always get kind of hooked on, eventually they all get taken over, right? They become pay services. They become, they're never going to leave it free for that long.
No, but the whole idea behind, it's like agents or, people who take money off of what you do, that's the way it's going to be forever. So that, so dance around them and just be great at what you do. And then, then the money will come in.
Yeah. Yeah. Good advice, guys. So there you go. Keep doing what you're doing. Be creative. And there will be somebody that's going to want a piece of that. No matter where you put your stuff, you're going to pay somebody at some point. It just can't be possible that you're going to keep all that money yourself for being the creative. Just the way it goes. You guys are right. Good stuff. Very good technical advice. Man, we are kicking it out of the park right now. I mean, we don't have to kick it. We could hit it as well. But we're sending it out of the park right now. You guys are doing a great job. Give us our next problemo. Oh, you want problems? A, must be Canadian. I'm divorced, unemployed, and currently living with my grandma. Oh, and I lost a toe in a lawnmower accident. Yeah, things pretty much suck. Can you make lemonade out of that bunch of lemons? Wally, man, you must have made love to a black cat on Friday the 13th. That is a lot of bad luck right there. What do we, Eddie? What are we telling Wally? Gosh,
well, he has his grandmother there. He has his grandmother, and they can make lemonade. So they set up a lemonade stand out front of their house, and then they're pulling in all the money. With some of the money, he can get his toe sewed back on, and it'll all work out. So stop being a sourpuss and drink lemonade, for God's sake.
And Eddie is presuming that you have saved that toe in some sort of vacuum sealed pack that you can now go and sew that back on perfectly. Wally,
I mean, that's what the freezer's for. The fridge is for the lemons and the freezer's for the toe. And, you got to do what you got to do. It is what it is. I think I heard that recently.
That is, yes. So that's a wonderfully all-encompassing statement, isn't it? It is what it is.
It is what
it is. And that's what the freezer's for, keeping your body parts cold.
And hang out with Grandma. Grandma's probably fun. She knows more than you. She'll teach you a thing or two.
And who makes better lemonade than Grandma?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Except Arnold Palmer, maybe, but that's
true. But he had to add tea to his, right?
He did. So Grandma doesn't need tea.
He cheated. Kyle, how do you make lemonade out of that? Do you?
Absolutely. First of all, you think positive. You got 9 more toes. So what you complaining about? There's some people no foot, no leg. You know what I mean?
That's right.
And plus, you live with your grandmother. If you if you not only have a lemonade stand, you could get some cupcakes, some cookies, maybe some sweet potato pie. You know what I mean? There's plenty of things. You got to start an online cupcake business. You know, whatever. You have your grandmother right there, bro.
That's right.
Biscuits.
That's right.
What else is hot? Quilts. You could get her to make.
Yeah, there's nothing hotter than quilts right now, Kyle. They're really
Take out the
those are jumping off the shelves.
Virus masks. Get her to make some coronavirus masks and sell them online. You know.
That's right.
So basically, what you're saying, Kyle, is put grandma to work. Get your own little sweatshop going on around there. Put grandma to work.
Grandma to work. She ain't been in work in a while. She'd be happy to do it.
Sell some quilts.
I want to order for peach preserves.
I'll be first in line for that. I love peach preserves. So grandma make that, I'm there.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a good peach preserve? You like a good peach preserve, Irina? Do you ever? When's the last time you had a peach preserve, Irina?
I probably have one in my fridge right now.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I am from Russia. We love preserves. You never know when pandemic's gonna hit. We have everything: peaches, watermelons, cherries, raspberries. You name the preserve, I have it.
It sounds succulent.
It does.
Succulents are next. We have to figure out how to make sustainable food out of them.
So Irina, you think that there is a silver lining with him at home? Then are you piggybacking on that? You're saying put grandma to work and make a bunch of jam and preserves? Is that what we're talking about?
I partially agree with Kyle. You know, he's definitely on the right track, I think. Honestly, I feel terrible for you, and all these awful things happened all at once. But honestly, I would give away my toe or both toes to just bring my grandma back to life.
Oh, man.
Hell, man, enjoy this. Grandmas are underrated. Grandmas are magical. She's always going to tell you, hey, you look so skinny. You know, like my grandma always thought I was skinny when everyone else thought I was fat, you know. She would cook up a storm.
Well, they lose their eyesight as they get older. You know that, right? Yeah. So that's part of being.
You could have a tow truck company and spell it T-O-E.
Oh, man.
And you have a big toe on the side, the big tow truck, and then nobody does that. Even Zuckerberg doesn't have a tow truck company.
No, Zuckerberger.
Zuckerberger. Code name. So the Russians don't understand. We call him Zuckerberger.
Zuckerberger. Tow truck. I like that. That's funny. I think that can actually work. That's a cool little marketing tool right there. Little picture of a toe. Yeah, nice. Good job, Eddie. Way to go, guys.
Always looking
Teamwork, man. Putting it all together. I like it. Let's see what we got. What's next? We got a New Yorker here. I am completely confident that my husband is having a midlife crisis. He has been dressing in his old 80s clothes we stored in the attic. He says it is retro and cool. Now he says he wants to grow his hair like Don Johnson in Miami Vice. A members only jacket and a mullet? ? How can I get him to return to 2020? Samantha from New York wants to know, Eddie, how can we get her husband back into 2020?
I'd slap him around a little bit. What are you doing? A mullet? Are you kidding me? You know, it's bad enough it's 2020. We're going to have to subject the rest of us to a mullet, you know, and a members only jacket. You know, this is not all my children. You know, let's throw that stuff away. Go out to the guy with the grandmother. She's selling the preserves. Then sell those clothes at the table next to it. Just have a thing, and then he won't have any clothes to wear. You know, she must love him very much to put up with that. And
but so you're advocating. You're advocating spousal abuse, basically, is what you're advocating.
No abuse ever. No abuse ever.
But just smack him around lightly.
Throw it out. You know, when I lived on First Avenue and 9th Street, it was a pot corner. It was a corner they sold all, and they had nickel bags of pot. That's how old I am. And they cost $5. So one time I had my girlfriend move in and I had a little studio. So she took all my old clothes from, college and high school and and she put it out on the street for some homeless person to take, which we had a lot in our neighborhood. The next day I came home from work, and all of the drug dealers were wearing my clothing. And they all they all had. So I saw my life flash in front of me. I went to Emerson College, so I had a shirt that Emerson Varsity Stoner, and then I had a shirt like Harvey Wallbanger, stuff that my girlfriend was like, you got to get rid of this stuff, the kind of stuff Samantha has to tell her husband. And
Right.
it was hilarious coming home to seeing my whole wardrobe from my
On
past.
drug dealers. That's fantastic. They have good taste, the drug dealers. Jamie McClellan pulled up a comment that said, who the heck wants to live in 2020? Leave the poor bastard alone. Right? There it is.
Jamie.
I have to agree with Jamie. Irina, what do you think? What do you do about that?
I absolutely agree. First of all, I think he's doing a great service to everyone by recycling his old clothes. Reuse, recycle, stop shopping, stop buy cheap shit in China that's killing our environment. If we all could just go back like how I grew up, you get one pair of shoes. No, I correct that. You get one shoe, and you wear it for 10 years. So why can't we wear clothes until they actually wear off and not go out of fashion? So, hey, I think he's doing a great service to everyone. And then if this is the only thing, Miranda, right, that you can complain about, I mean, your husband is wonderful. I mean, does he provide for the family? Does he have a job? Does he ever call you a bitch? So think about that, because there's a lot of women in the world that don't live in this beautiful situation where they have an addict and they can judge their husband based on his clothing choices. A lot of women can't even contradict their man, a master, and
Wow. Yeah, good point.
I think you're just complaining because life is so good, and I say that because I'm from a different country, and that's usually my point of view. I'm sure your husband and you will work it out and just roll with it. We all have different situations, we all cope with pandemic differently. If that's what makes him happy, let him be.
Very nice. You know what I took from that one, Irina? I took that she should feel very lucky that she has an attic. An attic is very, very underrated, right? We all kind of laugh about them, but everybody can use a good attic.
Like
There's no question about it.
You have drug addict.
Drug addict. I have a suspicion she also has a basement, and she failed to tell us about what's going on down there.
That's right. That's right. It's a good point.
Well, Halloween's coming up, and he can dress up in his thing and see how that works.
Now you're talking. There you go. Another positive way to spin that. Kyle, what do you think? What do you think about the members only jacket?
Very good analysis, doctors. And I also feel that your husband actually is probably on to something. Fashion does have a way of repeating itself. I had a high top fade in high school. Now I'm seeing kids high top fade now.
Yeah.
And a lot of the kids now haven't seen the mullet. They don't know what a mullet is, but think back the first time you saw a mullet. Well, I don't know if it was Billy Ray Cyrus and Iggy Ray. I was like, that dude, that mullet is killer. Brian Bosworth when he had the mullet.
Yeah.
If you go on Facebook today, you'll see. Weirdly enough, I put a picture on Facebook today of me from like 1990 something, and I have a mullet. I know it was like 1990, 91, and it's not pretty.
We all had one.
It's
okay.
It was like, yo, you look like an eagle, bro.
So you're saying Kyle is saying the mullet is very patriotic. Very patriotic. Let me tell you something. If I thought I could actually grow hair that long again, I would totally do it. I don't care what anybody says, mullet or no mullet. I'd take all the hair I can get right now. So, you know what? Go on, grow all your hair out. Wear the members only jacket. Moonwalk to work. Who cares? Fantastic. I would do it in a heartbeat. Good job, everybody. Another good one. What else we got? We're on a roll. I have this friend. I'm assuming I'll take the you out of there. I have this friend whose boss is a total prick. How do you recommend that this friend, in quotes, oh, I see what's happening here, deal with his boss? Because I can tell this friend might lose his job for one day putting his boss in his place. So this friend has a total prick as a boss. How do you tell the boss to lay off without losing your job, or do you? Let's start with you, Kyle, on this one. What do you say? That you ever had a shitty boss, Kyle?
I had a boss talk to me once, disrespectful. He got a little loud, and I don't know. I just, yeah, I was ready to lose it right there. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Take that wind out your jaws. You know what I mean? I was ready to lose it all, bro. I don't know what it was, but I'm probably not the best doctor. You know, my ego, not the best ego to ask this question, because I think defend yourself at all costs. If it within reason, but no, but respect and respectable. If you was out of line, you out of line. But there's still a way to handle yourself. With a way to talk to a person when you're out of line. There's certain protocols.
Stand up for yourself and be a man, right?
Yeah. I mean,
respectfully, with not right.
But but don't be no bitch either.
Right. Right. Yeah. Stand up for yourself.
Don't let your nuts.
Irina, what do you think, Dr. Voronina?
Well, once again, I would probably need more information to make a proper diagnosis.
Of course.
But I know for me, a part was adulting, and I mean adulting as growing up.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, I didn't know where you were going there. Yes.
Just because I live in the valley, don't make any assumptions, okay?
I didn't know. I wanted a clarification. I got it. Go ahead.
I don't have my OnlyFans yet.
Okay.
My cat does. So what I'm saying is, a part of becoming an adult for me was when I realized I can't put up with other people's shit. And you kind of drew a line for yourself, like, do you want to just live a constant state of negativity and complain to yourself and the others and be miserable? Or do you just want to leave the situation? I mean, I don't know how good of a job that is, and if there are other lucrative opportunities for your profession. Again, I can suggest you can always grow succulents.
Right.
You can mail them out. You can start an Etsy store.
Uh-huh.
All I'm saying, life is too short to put up with some shit like the boss.
You heard it straight from the Pope's mouth. Stick to your beliefs.
That sounds creepy.
What, straight from the Pope's mouth? That's creepy?
Mouth. Yeah.
I guess it depends which Pope, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Eddie, what do you say?
Well, I've had like one boss who was kind of, and then I wrote a song about what a jerk he was, and it made me feel better, but he still was a jerk. So, you remember that? I forgot the name of the movie where they make a pie and they put shit in the middle of it. So what was that movie where they're all housekeepers?
Octavia Spencer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So you know what you do? You prank the boss. Like you do some kind of prank where you make phone calls, or I'm saying, instead of being an adult, like inside, like out to the public, you're an adult, but right. Inside you be a little prankster, and do some horrible things to the guy, like call his house, to send pictures of OnlyFans women, to his wife, and say I miss you and I love you, and and you'll eventually get a new job anyway, because you don't want to work in that kind of negative environment. Trip him when he walks by, set up like a wire, so when he walks by, do all evil
Oh, wow.
things.
Really?
Fuck him.
We're setting up wires. It's like Home Alone. We're doing old.
We're taking that guy
into
down.
The old bag of pranks. That's
taking him down.
A tripwire at work. That's fantastic. The movie's called The Help. Is that what I saw come up on the screen?
Yeah.
The Help. Shane, thank you, Shane. I think Shane Hutchinson. Thank you, Shane.
Great
The
movie.
Help. Yeah. Good movie. So There you go. You get one doctor's telling you to be an adult. The other one's telling you to put shit in a pie. Use it as inspiration for a musical. I mean, there's so much great advice here. Stand up for yourself. Don't be a bitch. This is you can only get that here. You can only get that kind of diagnoses here at Comedy Doctors. Very nice, guys. We got time for a few more. What you got? What's next? I work within a building with a bunch of women. Every morning, I find myself opening the door for any number of them, and more often than not, they do not say thank you. This really grinds my gears. I'm not the effing doorman, for Pete's sake. When did people become so rude? Jesse from Dallas, Texas. Well, first of all, he's from Texas, Jesse, and you're holding doors for women. You are an evolved man. Good for you. Not a lot of guys from Texas probably doing that. No offense to the Texans. Irina, you ever have a guy hold the door for you? And what's your response there? What do you think is appropriate?
I think, Jesse, you know who you are. And, a lot of times, true heroes, they don't do things they do just so somebody could speak about it on TV. You know what I mean? So I'd say if you genuinely do it because you're a good man, you may not always give a thank you, but it's okay. You're true to yourself and you're a hero for everyone and in your heart.
Wow.
And if you're doing things just to get validation and like, oh, Jesse, you were so great. I mean, the way you opened the door this morning was just so incredible. Like the door opening award goes to Jesse. Like if you're doing this, just somebody can praise you, then you're doing it for wrong reasons. Might as well stop.
Good point. Yeah, Jesse. Do it out of the goodness of your heart, Jesse. Do it out of the goodness of your heart. His mother did do a good job. You're right there. Is that Barbara that said that? Is that Barbara? Who was it that said that? Did we put that back up? Yeah, it was Barbara. His mother did a good job. Good job. Yeah, do it out of the goodness of your heart and don't expect a thank you, is what you're saying, right, Pope? Is that what we're saying? Yeah.
Pope, it went over my head again.
I know, that's okay. It's on your head. It's actually on your head. Eddie, what do you say to that?
I agree with Dr. Voronina. I think that you just do it because you like doing it. And if someone's rude, like you open a door and someone's rude to you, I always just say you're welcome when they don't say thank you. It's just the same thing. Like
passive aggressive.
I just say you're welcome. But normally you just do it because it's a nice thing to do. I saw something on Twitter yesterday where somebody was like, this man holds a door for me, and what does he think? I'm a baby and I can't handle it. And a million women wrote to this girl and other woman and said, look, the guy's doing a nice thing. He's doing a great job. So, people who are polite should be rewarded for being polite. And the people who are polite should just know in their heart that they're doing the right thing. So, just hold the door open, keep being a gentleman. Your mom will be proud. We're proud of you here at the Doctor Show.
Yeah.
And
you make a good point, Eddie. You make a good point, especially there is that other side, right? There's like women will say like, well, I don't need somebody to hold the door. I can hold the door open myself, right? Yeah. There is that other side. I hold
the door for men and women who come by. That's what life should be about. In a sense, holding space for the next person, making it easier for the next person. It's a much
not
better
children, right, Eddie? Not children. Only men and women, not children.
Right?
Men
and women who are children.
Gotcha.
No, children, just let them hit themselves right at the glass.
Yeah, they can get their own door, little bastards.
I think that, just be good to be good. And whenever you end up in a win-win situation, I think you're okay. If you're doing it because you want accolades for it, then you're not doing the right thing.
Good point. Kyle, you opened some doors in your time?
Yeah, well, I served in the Cub Scouts of the Americas.
Oh.
As a scout, it's my duty to do my best and to help other people. You know what I mean? And I often hold doors. I'm a door holder for people, and I don't expect anything. Like if I hold the door, especially for a woman, I don't hold me or nothing. It's like, what do you But uh, yeah, you probably want to do Jesse that don't give stuff to homeless people, and you film it like, hey, look, I'm giving them $20 and cheeseburger on your
So
Instagram, so don't be that guy, Jesse. Just
is
know
is this the Cub Scout thing, Ka? Is that what that is?
that's
What is?
Scouts 2, that's 3.
Oh,
Girl
it's,
Scouts, Girl Scouts 3.
oh, there's 2?
Because it's 2 in the pink, 1 in the pink.
So
I know this is supposed to be an adult thing,
and
but
no, this is in England. Like this is the FU in England.
yeah, this is go F yourself. Yeah. So you're a Cub Scout. So not only can you hold the door, you could do a slip knot and start a fire at the same time, right? Like
yeah, I could do a lot. I was a Cub Scout and a Boy Scout. I skipped Weeblo because I don't like the name Weeblo.
Yeah, I bowed out when it became Weeblo. That was when
yeah, it's not a very endearing or like appealing name, is it? The Weeblo.
Weeblo. Who we blowing? The Cubs.
Yeah.
Who the Scout Masters?
Well, careful because
right
we are
from the
talking about
Pope's
the Boy
mouth.
Scouts.
That's right from the Pope's
Yeah.
mouth.
Straight from the Pope.
Oh,
Yes.
something else to add.
Yes, please raise your hand when you talk, Irina, please. Yes, go ahead.
God bless you, my children. Oh my
Go
God.
ahead.
Some Christian people are gonna hate me. Well, it's
No,
Christian.
go ahead.
It's okay. So what I was trying to say is like, Jesse, if that bothers you so much right now, living in the middle of global pandemic, we all have an excuse. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to touch anyone. You don't have to hold the door. You don't have to. It's just like, sorry, like everyone's for themselves. So all I'm saying, if you want to stop doing it, you can stop doing it now, and no one's gonna judge you.
Very nice.
You won't.
So, right. You don't have to do anything nice because COVID.
Yeah.
Very nice.
No one can
Yeah.
see your whole face anyway, so you're covered. You don't even have to be.
No one's going to know who didn't do it.
He's in Texas, though. So they might not cover their faces in the office space.
That's true. That's true.
And if you have a mullet, you'll be the face mask with the mullet, and then you'll know
That's
it's
right.
mask.
That's right. That's right. Well, guys, this has been an amazing time with the three of you. And before I let you guys go, I know that it's COVID and I know there's not a lot happening, but it's a good time to give yourselves a little plug. If there's anything happening, you want to send anybody to any websites? Kyle, tell us what's happening in your life in the next few months.
Well, I have a special out on Amazon Prime called Brain Humor, Kyle Grooms Brain Humor. It's all about my whole situation with the seizure and brain surgery that saved my life. And now I'm still able to do stand-up comedy.
Great story, man. That's awesome. Good for you, brother. That's great. Eddie, what do you got coming up?
I'm doing my first live stand-up since March in Alameda at the brand new Alameda Comedy Club. Just the grand opening is the 16th and 17th of October. My birthday, the 16th. And
nice.
It's going to be outdoors, but it's going to be 40 people. I'm excited about that. Eddie Comic at Eddie Comic is my Instagram. Eddie_Brill at Twitter. And just come and say hello, and we'll laugh together.
Very nice. And Dr. Voronina, what's going on with you? What's happening in life?
Well, I have a very busy schedule nowadays because I imagine everybody's going to want an advice of some kind right now since I appeared so professional. So you can follow me all across social media and watch unlimited TikTok content. And also, I'll be definitely watching Kyle's special. And I really want to check out some of Eddie's past comedy. I'll be totally like stalking you, Eddie, because I have a feeling you're hilarious and Kyle is hilarious, and I want to support you guys.
Yeah, she has a feeling you're hilarious, Eddie. You didn't show us hilarity, but she's got a feeling. You got some potential. We can feel it.
It's all about the feeling, you know. As they used to sing, more than a feeling. That's my thing.
I know. I have a feeling you're going places, Eddie. I have a feeling you got something. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on with us. Thank you to Big Apple Shopping Bazaar for sponsoring our show. Really had a great time. Don't forget to follow us at Comedy Flow on Facebook and YouTube. Give us your comments for next week, and we'll be back next week at 9 p.m. again. Comedy Doctors at comedyflow.net. Don't forget to follow us on all the social medias. Guys, pleasure. Really nice. Good job.
Be well. Good to see you all.
Good
Thank
evening,
you.
everybody.
This was fun.
Peace.